Hey there, welcome to more Yume 2kki. In this session, I'm gonna be getting more effects and perhaps getting myself into more detours as well. Also, like my other effect video, if you want to naturally find these effects yourself while exploring, then I recommend you not watch this video. Now, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get the stretch effect. And to get to the stretch effect, first we gotta get to the graveyard war, so that we get to the hospital war. And from here, we're just gonna keep going till we get to that quarters of doors. And I think we get to the third quarter here. And that's where we could get to the graffiti maze. And within the graffiti maze is where we can find the stretch effect. So this is the third quarter here now. And I believe it's the first one. And you just talk to this a yellow tinted creature. Then do this maze. But once you finish doing this maze here, it'll take you to the painted room. And in this painted room, you'll see a painting over here. We'll get a better look at it. Go down here, then up over here. Bit of a more creepy painting. Now, to get to the stretch effect, you gotta go through here. And then you'll see something to the right there. But we're gonna ignore that for now. And go to this ruined place. Then go through this bluish crystal. And you'll see this NPC up here. You climb up. And then you interact with it, you get the stretch effect. Okay, so let's take a look at the stretch effect here. The description is become stretch out. And it just stretch your Suki out here. And the effect is to sit. And it appears like she cries. Oh, okay. Well, it's a little sad. Okay, so I want to show an alternative path that you could take to get the stretch effect. So let's go to the lemonade edifice, which is a really yellow war, but it's a really nice one with nice BGM too. We can soak its vibes real quick. And there's also the strange creature here. Okay, and from here we could go to the bodacious rotation station. And we just need to move a bit to the left here. And we'll get to this tunnel. Now follow along this tunnel, you'll make it to an NPC. Like a silhouette, a white silhouette of a girl looking to the right there. When you interact with it, you get the stretch effect. So it's the same stretch effect here. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get the Haniwa Effect. So first we gotta go to the mushroom world. And once we're in the mushroom world, we gotta get to the bug maze here. And in the bug maze, we're just going to basically go back to the sine world. Go up here. Over here. And we'll make it to the sine world here. Okay, in the sine world, just go up and left a bit. And you'll see this strange creature. And if you go up here, you go to the sine world B, and go straight left here, and it will take you to the Haniwa temple. And you get to see some cool creature in Stonehenge as well. Look at that creature. Looks like it's having fun. That creature is just hanging out. Okay, you gotta have to go through up these stairs here. And these stairs are quite reminiscent of the Aztec temple stairs in Yume 2kki, where the Falling Man event happens. Hear the drum? I mean, we're here. Now you see this NPC? Just interact with this NPC, and then you get the Haniwa Effect. Let's transform to it. It says become a Haniwa statue, and that's kind of funny. Look like Yusuke just put on a costume here. But from what I know, it just lets you attract this statue, so move it out of the way. So that we can access a special event here. Okay, so I hope you enjoy that event. Okay, now I'm going to try to get the Trombone Effect. To do so, we need to get to the geometry where, and then we just go to a little bit to the left and go down here to get to kind of a snake looking thing, or a graffiti looking thing. Interacting with it will take you to this big face, and I think he's smoking something, but once you go into his mouth, it'll change color, and once you leave, it takes you to the broken faces area. In this area, you can also get the Marginal Effect. I'm not too certain what this effect is all about, but reading the description, it says become a marginal vivid worker. And I'm not sure what this means entirely, but using effect, seems to be some blood dripping from Yusuke's forehead. But let's just go back on the bike here. And what we want to do is want to go down a bit, and then we'll go into this area, the spare road, and then go back in here to reset the NPCs. Because there's this NPC here that we need to interact with, and keep walking left. So just go in and out of the area, just resets it, and make it easier for them to be found there. Now we're in this area with a bunch of wallpaper with zippers on them, and if we find one that goes all the way to the ground, like this one right here. There's 4 of them throughout the map here. And it's quite better to just consult the wiki, but I'll show you where they are. And to open this zipper, you either need the chainsaw effect, the lantern effect, or the rainbow effect. I'll use the rainbow effect here. That seems to have worked. And one of these zippers, there will be a flashing man with a trombone, and as you interact with them, you get the trombone effect. Now let's take a look at the trombone effect. So give your Yume a trombone, and then you could play some music. So pretty similar to Yume 2kki's flute. Okay, so where the flashing trombone NPC is kind of randomized, so I'll show you the other location just in case this location doesn't work out for you. So we go to the right here. So we're back here at the beginning. Here you go up and over, and then there's this zipper right here. I'm gonna use the lantern to open it. And for the next one, it's all the way over here to the left. You're gonna go up a bit. And see this NPC, you gotta make a right. Upper right. Then you see another one here. I'm just gonna go in one of them, and you'll see some chasers. And you should just leave the room. Now the last one is all the way up here. The right hand is right here. Go on this one. I'm just gonna check it out. I know there's chasers here, so I'm gonna become invisible. Okay, so I want to show an alternative path you could take to get the trombone. And this is gonna be a longer path than the first one. So you go to the red streetlight wall, and then you go right. It should take you this lamp with four lights here, which would take you to the gray wall. As you go up a little bit, and then to the left, there should be some sort of stairs that you could take, and it'll take you to the sprout wall, I mean. Let me sit down here real quick and just vibe with this NPC. Okay. Wow, this is nice scenery. I like the leaves. Very nice sprite work. Okay, once we're out the tunnel, we just keep going right. And then we should see the buildings pretty soon. Alright. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside the building. We should load a new portion of the map. You go right, then you should see a different pathway. All you do is just keep going right. and then go up here. It takes you to green neon war. And in the green neon war, we're just gonna go up and then go right. So we see the small cube thing. Clicking on it or interacting with it. Because it's just construction frame war building. And out here, we just need to interact with the elevator here. Go all the way to the last floor. Right here, just make a left. Okay, in this room, interact with the screw here. That'll take us to the cog maze. So this is one of those teleport maze. So just interact with this one and then this one. So this is the only one we interact with really. Then we'll just interact to the one right here. Then we're gonna interact with the second screw here. We'll interact with this one. And interact with the same one. Now we're gonna make a right and interact with this one. Go over here. We'll interact with this one. And then we'll make our way to the acoustic lounge. So if that maze was a bit confusing, I definitely recommend looking at the wiki there. Now this place should be a little bit familiar. I was here earlier. I'm not really sure how I got here. But let's go up these stairs here. And then just keep going up. Okay, and then we just keep going up here. Once we're here, just gonna have to dodge a couple of furniture. Go up here. And then it'll take us to the set of stairs, and it should take us to the rooftop here. It looks very, very beautiful. And then here's the NPC with the trombone. Interact with it. And then I guess let's just soak in the vibes a bit. I really like it here. Very calming. Very beautiful. Simplistic, but I like the colors. Kind of reminiscent either the dawn or the sunset. Let's just relax here a bit. Okay, let's get the child effect next. So we're gonna make our way to the red wilds. The deep red wilds here. Wow. This is... Oh, that is crazy. What's happening? Can't see anything. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna try to get where I need to go here. It's hard to see. Maybe Teru will help me. No. Okay. Oh, we'll make it here. And this should be the prehistoric passage that we need to go through. So we're going back in time here to the prehistoric ages. Just keep going right here and you will see some cool skeletons here. Really cool area as well. It seems to be a post-apocalypse war, but it'll take us to the Stingray skies. Which I mean is a really nice area. Here's the Stingray. Look at it. We just need to go this way here. Make our way to the docks. Nice swing set to the right. Entering with SNPC. Make our way to the docks here. We need to get to a particular location. Okay, so we're trying to get to basically a submarine to take us to the ocean floor. This docks is a little creepy. I'm not sure what those are. Perhaps they're scarecrows. And with this, take me to a submarine, and we get in a submarine here. Now, if the submarine is not open for you, here, let me just go out. If the submarine is not open for you, you just go down a bit, go up. And we should just change basically whether the submarine is open or closed. If it's closed, you see the NPC out here are just relaxing, and you can relax with them. Okay, now let me try to get the submarine open. There we go. Okay, once inside the submarine, you can interact with the NPCs a bit. Interacting with this NPC would make things kind of transparent, so I guess you can see the background. But we just need to sit on here. I was just playing around with the buttons and you saw the NPC turn to me. Perhaps that's a warning. But we just need to sit here just a bit here. And it should take us to the ocean floor. Okay. As you see, we slow down a bit, which is the signal that we should be out in the ocean floor now. Alright, perfect. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna ride a bike in the ocean floor. Now there's animation of air bubbles coming out of Yume, but you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. There's no air meter or anything. Yume is able to breathe underwater indefinitely. There's a bunch of hands coming out of the ocean floor here, which is very concerning. Definitely, I wouldn't want to be here. Just gotta keep going down here today, and we should see change of scenery pretty soon. Okay, now we're here. No more hands. Fortunately, background music changed a bit. Has a bit more of a mysterious tone here. Okay, now you want to go over here, this pathway here, as there's a splitting path. Interesting. What's this? It's like a squid. An octopus tentacle. Oh, just keep going down here. This seems to be like a set of hands. Now it's octopus, sea creature, kraken kind of things. Wrong way. That is interesting. Now this looks like, oh, of course, a human. We got down here now. They're just on the floor. Okay, going up here, and we're almost to our destination. So you see a bed here. Oh, I can see the bed shake a bit. So let's make our way to the left here. And you see an egg, or egg-like substance. It'll take you to the hourglass desert. And with this egg here, get the child effect. Some cool pictures in the walls here. Like they're bowing down to somebody. Let's take a look at the child effect here. Revert to childhood and just make your Suki very small. smaller than the egg, it seems. That's the effect. Jumping. Alright. We're in the maze now, but we're probably just gonna keep collecting effects here. Okay, now let's try to get the Red Riding Hood effect. So we're gonna go to the geometry world, and we're gonna go back to an area we've been before. So let's go back to that snake looking creature or whatever this is, I guess. Go back into the mouth here and go out so that we can reach the broken faces area. And we're going to go to this area right here with the UFO. Go up here and we should find the actual UFO. Interact with it. And once we're here, we can interact with it again. Taking us to the Fairy Tale Woods. As you go down here. And just keep going down. You see two hanging figures here that definitely resemble the wolf and I believe the grandma in the Red Riding Hood story. I just go on a bit down here. And then you see a single apple on the tree. Interacting with it. We'll give you the Red Riding Hood effect here. Okay, let's take a look at the Red Riding Hood effect. So it just makes Yume the Red Riding Hood, and then you use the special effect. But you just take a bite out of the apple. Or maybe lower in it, or I'm pretty sure I'm not too sure. Okay, so now I just want to show an alternative path that you could use to get the Red Riding Hood effect. And we need to go to ornamental planes. And we just go to the right a bit, go a bit down. Over here. And we'll see two pillars. Go in between the two pillars will take you to the birch forest. And you make a left here. And go down a bit. And then you see a tree with an apple as well. Interacting with it. Give you the Red Riding Hood effect. Okay, let's try to get the tissue effect now. First, gotta go to the mushroom world. And the mushroom world, we're gonna have to go to the other side of the mushroom world. The darker side. To get there, we gotta go through here. Then walk through these two eyes here. And we reach the white mushroom field. Go back here, and then go straight up. Interact with this ruin here. And we'll reach the white fern world. I'm gonna keep going, and I think these circles are faces. But the more I keep looking at them, sometimes they look like cookies, sometimes they look like peppermints. I'm not really sure what they are, but I'm pretty sure they should be faces. That white one kind of looks pretty pepperminty. And let's just keep going down this one road here until we reach an area that will teleport us to the main white fern area. So it should be just right up here. And go into the middle here. take us to the main area, and it's snowing a bit, which looks pretty nice. We're gonna make it straight right here, and once we reach this area, we're gonna go down, and you'll see that there's a tree trunk here with a way to go inside. It sounds like it's slowly pulling us up like an elevator or something like that. With creatures just dancing on the right and left there. That's a kind of whimsical background music as well. And at the top here it's really really scenic. We have, I'm not sure what's that in the background there. It could be a creature, perhaps some clouds, but it seems to have eyes and seems to be staring at Yume, or at least. To the right of Yume on top of the tower is something. I don't know what it is. It looks like a brain creature with eyes and mouth. However, you interact with this creature here, this NPC, you get the tissue effect. Now let's take a look at what the tissue effect looks like. So your head becomes a tissue box. So Yume has become a tissue box, and you use the effect here. It drops a tissue. And then just leave it to the ground here. You're going back down, it's really quick. Okay, so I want to show an alternative route you could take to get the tissue effect. And to do that, we need to go to the night war, which is this war here. And we're gonna make a straight right. And you'll see this desk with a computer on it. Interact with it. Take us to Lavender office, and we're just gonna go down just a little bit, then to the left. And then you should know that this is the right door when you see this heart shape with the potted plants. And going through this door will show us something pretty cool. That is the magic nexus. So this is another nexus compared to the main nexus that I'm used to. And what this implies is that there are many other nexuses in Yume 2kki. So just shows the scope of Yume 2kki here. But in this nexus, what we want to do is we're going to go to the one with the blue door, which takes us to the Azor Armland, and we're just going to go up a bit and then to the right until we see a hand with an eye in it. Kind of similar to the hand in Yume 2kki, but it does completely different things. It'll take us here, which is a very surreal landscape here. With the hand, it's kind of have an interesting look. It's kind of look like it has a map overlay on the hand that we're on right now. But before I interact with this NPC here, let's take a look at my effects. So I have 29 effects, and then you should be able to see here that none of these are the tissue effect. So I just want to show you this because interacting with this NPC here, this creature, will give you the tissue effect, but it's just in a different language. Once you go back to the effects, see that there should be now the tissue effect. Okay, one thing to note is that when using the effect, it drops the paper on the floor, but it'll be a max of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As we add more down, you can see the previous one goes away. So a max of 5 can be on screen there. Okay, now let's try to get the Teru Bōzu effect. Hopefully I said that right. But we gotta go to the eliminate emphasis again. Here. Yeah. I really like this BGM. Also like the yellow hue. Just how it's just like an apartment with some turf in it, some potted plants. It's just really nice. It's just really nice. Okay, if you remember, there's the same path to the Bōzu station. The Bōzu rotation station. Then we gotta go here, then we go up to get to this floating stone wall. This floating stone wall, we just make it right here. And interact with this stone. It goes to the dark alleys. That's pretty dark here. Luckily I got the lantern effect. Make things a bit brighter. I have to just walk down this alleyway for a bit. There's a gap here. It's not alleyway, but let's keep going right for a bit. Just a little detour. And we had to go through that alleyway gap there. To get where we need to go to get the effect. But I just want to take a look at this this way. And we have some kind of robot. I like the hair tie. And it looks like the robot is not plugged in or anything. Okay, we're back. Let's make it go in here. Alright. Just going to keep going. Of course I could get on the bike. But having the lantern out is more atmospheric. I like it. Okay, so now we made it to the dark stairs. So this is basically a maze, and once you finish this maze here, it'll take you to the Teru Bōzu effect. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. This can get quite confusing. I'm gonna try just to take the correct path. But there's a bunch of dead ends here that can get quite confusing if you don't keep track of it. I'm gonna keep the lantern out. As you'll see, it just keeps getting darker and darker the more you go down the maze. Okay, having the lantern out is pretty cool and a lot more atmospheric if you ask me, so I kind of like it. Okay, I don't think there's any chaser here, so you're safe. Safe to just soak in the atmosphere. Of course. You see that though, I think the wallpaper changed, and I'm not sure what this art here on the wall is. It's quite interesting though. Now this is pretty dark. I think this is where we need to go here. And there it is. Interact with this item on the wall here. You get the Teru Bōzu. And hopefully I'm not butchering that. But this place is kind of dark. I'm not sure if I could show it effectively, but let's just give it a try here. Change into a Teru Bōzu. Not sure you can see it, but using the effect, I can make it rain. Maybe go to a lantern here. And just give it that more atmospheric touch to it. Also, this will be used in conjunction with other effects to unlock new areas and stuff like that as well. So that's pretty useful, and it's also pretty useful just to make the environment seems a bit more, you know, peaceful with the rain. Okay, I'm here in the dream world here. I just want to get back to beginning and have a more well-lit area to show off the effect. That's what it looks like. And then we're gonna use the effect. Snow. In some places it's snow, in some places it rains. They can turn it off. But there we go. That's the Teru Bōzu effect. Okay, let's get the bat effect now. Gotta go to the Marijuana Goddess War, I guess. Really like the name. I go up to the left here, you see these guys here just hanging out. Then you gotta go up to the left a bit more. Go here to the dark room. Go down and then to the left. I have these two statues here in this room. So this room is to enter the Konami code, which is up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A. That will give us this statue here, which unlocks a new area. This tribe settlement. Well, it doesn't really unlock a new area. I think it just locks a new pathway to this area. We're in this settlement here with these little guys. Interact with them. They make cool noises. I just want to take a look at this one real quick. It's sleeping and then you interact with them. It's just like mumbling. That's nice. Alright. Now we just gotta go up here. And then we see this river here that we can't cross. We can go to the right, but it still won't let us cross the river unless there's a different pathway there. One thing we could do here is to use a Teru Bōzu effect. And then use the effect to make it snow or rain. And then use the rainbow effect. It'll make a rainbow bridge. And even if you switch to a different effect, the bridge will still be there. So, fine with that. You will meet a bunch of these creatures. Can't really interact with them. As in talk with them. But they're nice to look at. They kind of look like golems. But here's the effect right here. After you interact with this item, get the bat effect. Now let's take a look at the bat effect here. You get bat wings, and it's a pretty useful effect. So what you do is when you use a effect the first time, it plays that animation. And what that does is it marks that location in this map so that when you use the effect again, your Suki will fly to the same location. Right. So that's very useful when you get into a chaser and they put you into a map that you portion of the map that you can't get out of. And once you use the effect, you gotta mark it again, and then you can be able to use the effect again. Now, from what I understand is that you can only do this effect in the same map. So if you save a point in this map and then try to fly back from a completely different map, it won't work like that. It has to be inside the same map, pretty much. Alright, we're back here because I wanted to show an alternative way to get across the river. I think earlier I said that might not be another way, but it seems like I might have been incorrect in that statement there. So let's go to the right here. Instead of making the rainbow bridge. Going down here. make it to the FC basement. Oh, we've been here before. We got this guy who's loving life. Got the sock puppet. And we got the energetic star. Oh, this is I guess it's kind of a maze, but not really. I'm gonna go take this staircase here. And go this one. Then go here. Past the sculpture. And we're here. Then we have these ones with a bunch of eyes. And then we go on this one. And go up here. It should take us to the other side. And go back up here. You see this NPC. So I wasn't really sure it was an NPC, but it's actually a bad NPC. And when you interact with the NPC, you get the bad effect. Okay, now let's get the Polygon Effect. We're gonna have to go to here first. So abstract corrosions. Make it right here. Admire the background a bit. And then we're gonna click on this. I think it's like a nail on the board or something. We click on this. And then you get a cool image of a nail, I think. And this is like, I don't know what this is. We'll go to the nail war. And we're just gonna make a right here. A bit, go up a bit, then right. Now we're in the nail world, the red nail passage. We're gonna keep following this passage until we see a spot we could get out from. Oh, we can also take a look at this as well. Which just pops up some images there. And now I think this is a path we could get out from. Here we go. And with here we got the 3 nails with some blood on it. Interact with that. Get to the warehouse. Or we get a bunch of these. I'm not sure what you call them. Kind of like mannequins. Let's skip that. Keep going up, and then we'll make it to the warehouse. Just go in the warehouse here. This artwork is really awesome. This is just does look like a warehouse. Go to the right here. More warehouses, rooms and boxes. And what we're trying to do is make it to the roof, so we're gonna go up. And we're gonna keep going up. And then we should have this with this area that where it has no light. Take us to the rooftop, and we can interact with this polygon right here. Give us the Polygon Effect. Let's take a look at the Polygon Effect. And then it makes Yusuke go really square, rectangular. And then using the effect gives her a different texture. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I want to show an alternative route you could take. And there's a bunch of ways to get to this location. I'm just going to take a simple way, I believe. Go to the geometry world. We're just gonna go down here to the Dark Museum. Past this snake. Go to the Dark Museum, where we got glasses from. We're going to some familiar locations. Go back into the flying fish war. Go up, up. Here, we're gonna interact with a plant. I mean, a pot. A pot with no plant in it. This one right here. Take us to this clock looking area, and we're just gonna interact with this. Should take us to the clock tower. Go through here and then go and make it right here. And you can access this area. Just a jumbo room. So this is just basically Yusuke's room, but now it's really big or we're really small. I'll make all the way to the right here. That's where I sit at sometimes. Make to the right here. There's a tiny mouse hole here. I'm up here. Now we're at the computer, the desktop. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna jump inside the desktop. There's the desktop war. Jump us into this file. Teleport here, then we jump on this file. And lastly this file. Now we're in the main area of the desktop war. And I'm gonna take a route that goes to the effect here. There's many other routes you could take and explore other things too. There's a whole bunch of routes here. I'm not sure if they lead to dead ends or not. Probably do. Now the folder to the right there is gonna take us to the effect. However, there's something else I want to collect while we're in this area. I believe it's this way. I'm gonna collect that first. You can see the polygon there on the left, top left. And we need to interact to get the polygon effect. Just gonna go here and click on this thing. Get menu type. Okay, perfect. Now that I've collected that, let's go back here and go get the polygon effect. We're just gonna jump into this folder. Lead us here and give us a polygon effect. Alright, now let's look for the drum effect, which should be really quick. We're gonna go to the purple war. And it's a little dark. We could probably light things up with the lantern effect. But I want to go a little bit faster with the bike here. Just gonna go to the right here, then go up a bit, and then to the left. Then you see this oil drum. Interact with it. Get the drum effect. It'll take you to the Onyx Tower too, it seems. Explore a bit here. Let's take a look at the drum effect. Now your Suki's body become a drum and then use the effect. Pretty cool there. Exploring this area, I'm not sure what else is in this area. We're we'll take a little detour, I guess. Some interesting patterns here. That does not look very inviting. Okay. Wow. I reached an area that I do not like. Oh, we're just gonna keep going deeper, huh? Okay. Fuse phase 4. Disturbing. Disturbing to say the least. And when I said I don't like it, I meant like was in a creepy sense. I do like the artwork with it, of course. The artistry in it. Okay, some eyes and a mouth. Okay. What is this? I made things worse. I made things so much worse. I made things so much worse here. So much worse. So much worse. I made things so much worse. I'm not even sure I would get out. Okay. What is this mouth? Oh, it just, I think it just teleport me to a different area. What's this? What's this? Let's make a stand. Hey. Hey. Oh. Alright, let's wake up from this nightmare. Now let's go get the next effect. For the next effect, we need to go to the library, which is just this book here. So in this first room here, we go to the southmost row here. And then you can see all the sparkling books that we interact with. And we use the glasses effect. We'll see a new one pop up right here. Interacting with it will take us to the eyeball archives here. You see these eyeball people that follow us? They're harmless though. Now we need to collect a book here, but before collecting the book, I'm gonna show what's up north here. See, NPC. Not sure what they're doing there, but we can't get through this one. So this might seem to be like a dead end, but let's go and... Oh. So without the glasses, they move around here. Now let's take back in the glasses and go to the... We see some stick figures on that table there, waving. Now we're gonna go up here, through the west. And we're gonna collect this book here. I'm just gonna wear glasses because I want to go back. But you see this NPC to the right there? Collect it. If you're having problems collecting the NPC, use the basically the railroad crossing here. Use the effect right here so the NPC will stop moving. And then you go here and then able to collect it pretty easily because it won't be moving. Now once we collected that and go back into the eyeball archive, I'm just gonna bike all the way up to where we were stuck at with the dead end. And now it should be open for us. I'm gonna tear down that yellow tape. I'm gonna climb this ladder here. And here, got 3 eyeballs guarding the ladder. I'm gonna go to the right real quick just to check it out. And this is a really cool abstract art sculpture painting thing. I don't know. It looks really cool. A silhouette of something. Like a circle and then some kind of building surrounding the circle. But it's pretty cool. Just want to check that out real quick. But now go to the left here. Just a bar. And I have 24 currency. I think it's dreams is the currency. All I have is 24, but that's enough to interact with this person here. So I lost like 10 coins, 10 dreams. Now after paying this NPC some money, interact with the NPC again, will trigger an event. Okay, after that cool musical event here that your Suki sit and listen to, when you go back out of the bar, all the eyeballs are gone now, and we're just gonna have to climb this ladder here. Which leads us to this moon area. Interacting with it will let us take a look at it. Once we're done take a look at this, an NPC will spawn right behind us. Interacting with this NPC will give us the bunny ears effect. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the bunny ears effect, which also will affect the NPC here. So just wear bunny ears on your head and the NPC will follow us. Now using the effect will just change the colors of basically the bunny ears that we're wearing. So we have pink, have red, then white, then black, then back to pink. And that's the bunny ear effect. Alright, let's go and get the final effect for myself. Okay, I go to the purple war here. Up to the right. Get to the shoe owl war. Let's go straight up. Go straight up, get you all these shields here. And once you get here, you're gonna go right and up till you see a bleeding tree right here. Now go into this area, there will be chasers. So I will be going in as invisible, just to make things a bit easier. And now we're looking for a dice. There's the dice there. Interacting with the dice will give you the dice effect. Now I'm gonna leave this area since there are chasers. Okay, now we're here in the dream balcony. I'll show the dice effect off. So Yusuke becomes a dice. And interesting thing here, he doesn't have any hands. So when you try to wake up, she refuses to. But using the effect, we'll roll the dice. I'm not sure how random the number is, but it seems to be random. Oh, there was an eye too. And with that, that should be all the effects so far, I believe, in Yume 2kki. If there are effects that I'm missing, leave it in the comment section and I'll take a look at it. Just for now, I just want to get all the effects. And I do know that, again, all the effects, I kind of deprive myself of one of the exploration aspect of Yume 2kki. For example, you're just exploring random worlds here and there, and then interacting with a bunch of NPCs and objects, and one of them might surprise you with an effect, and that would be pretty cool to have that just spontaneous interaction, right? That spontaneous reward for exploring around. And I know by collecting all the effects here, I kind of got rid of that. So I do encourage you, even though you probably, if you're at this point of the video, that you pretty saw all the effects and where to get them. I do encourage perhaps in another game, or if you just for some reason skip to the end, I encourage you to look around the world, explore the world yourself, and then you might get effect here and there. I know there's sometimes you need certain effects to fully interact with certain areas, and sometimes it would be difficult to get back to an area once you find the effect, or you might forget about it. But I think overall it would be an interesting experience to do. For me, I already had that experience, so it doesn't affect me as much. Well, regardless, thank you for watching me go through these couple sessions of finding effects and go on detours. And thank you for watching. If you like it, leave a like. If you want more, please subscribe and hit that notification bell for notification when I upload. And if you really want more content, then click on the videos on screen to be directed to other videos that I've created. Have a wonderful rest of your day.